going to let you guys know there is a tornado warning. It happens. It's Texas. I might have to bounce halfway through the stream, and if I do, then it's gonna affect the stream some. Sorry. The universe has other plans for us. Disco. I need to make sure I tweet out about it. But anyway, how are you guys doing? We were just doing some fights in tight spaces. That dance is great. I love that dance. So anyway, yeah, I live in an apartment, so I can't really get in the basement. And also, it's Texas, so it's all like limestone. So you can't really dig down, you know? It's been a minute since we've done this, so I don't remember precisely what was happening. Oh, right. The union guys were all having a thing. Does limestone usually make that farting sound? No. That's more of a sulfur thing. Sulfur deposits here in Texas. They don't necessarily make that noise, but they make that smell. Sulfur smells horrible, yeah. I don't live anywhere near where the sulfur, like, mines are, but fuck that. Alright, let's look at our quest book, see what we're doing. Interrogate the vigilantes, and then I sang that, or at least said the lyrics to Vigilante by Calabrese. I remember that. Call Alice back during the day for info. Okay, let's go ahead and interrogate the vigilantes.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Yeah, it's because we're detectives.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this. Together.
Oh?
All of us. Until he was dead.
That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
There's a container belt around his neck.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Easy.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Well, it doesn't really work with murder.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out.
Wow, easy game, man. Well, GG. I expected to stream a little longer than that.
All Hardy Boys.
I mean, okay.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Okay, I got your feel now. Yeah, no, they are kind of shredded, aren't they? I have a gun, right? That guns solve a lot of problems. If I just go, everyone with your backs against, like, put your hands on the wall, spread them.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
I lost my gun. Okay, well, Kim has one. Remember what you learned from the autopsy. Boy, howdy, I don't. All right.
Who do you fucking think does?
Evart Claire?
You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Evrard runs the union.
You're very quiet, my dude.
I run the Hardy Boys.
When the shit starts spinning, it will not land on Mr. Clare. That's the deal here. The Fixer will ignore the notion completely, focusing on Titus's culpability.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man.
Uh-huh. So how'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was
Oh, why?
worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped out of line.
Okay.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese special.
Just realized that Simony has the word semen in it.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
What?
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
How'd you know he's in Special
One
Forces?
night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
I mean, yeah, that... Okay, fair enough.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Okay.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
He did what? Fucked you all? Congrats?
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the...
Oh,
karaoke
karaoke.
code.
Karaoke. Okay. Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he do wrong?
He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Oh, okay. You know, that's a solid reason to kill someone.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
Well, if you're an asshole, maybe rape isn't the worst thing, and you think threatening violence is actually worse. Like, maybe this guy just sucks? Maybe this guy is just a bastard? Have you... Okay, or he actually is making this up.
He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
Ah, that bit. Okay.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
You know, I'm starting to feel less sympathetic for this guy.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming.
What the fuck?
Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Okay.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
I mean, this VOD is fucking demonetized.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
No, fuck. You can say fuck. According to YouTube, the C word is as bad as the N word. Isn't that fun?
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Okay. So, when did it
You
occur?
don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night.
I mean, the video's still going up, and I'm not going to edit or censor it. It's just, you know, YouTube will censor it by not putting it in anyone's sub boxes. How long have you known him?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around
Whoa!
about 3 weeks
Killer
ago when that
Crocomire, thank you for the
first sale
2,500 bits. Here's some cash. With that's several times over what I would have made from that video. Another reason it doesn't bother me much, but thank you. Holy shit. $25. It's very cool of you. Thank you.
By the Pine Skull, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
I mean, like,
Officer,
okay,
But
I
if he
walked
is
into
going
this
to
being like, hey,
don't
that
waste
was
your
fucked
last
up
questions.
that you killed that guy. But I mean, like, you know, assuming that everything this guy just told me is true, you know, he sounds like an asshole. How'd you
We
kill him?
hanged him up by his neck until he got real.
No, I'm
sick.
ignoring the fact that he's clipping into me. Yeah,
Wasn't that
100%.
obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
We... Look. I'm not gonna play 20
Okay,
questions.
so
with
they
you,
didn't do
Capo.
it then. They don't know how it
Say
happened.
it
They
again.
just cleaned up after him.
We killed him.
Someone killed him and then cleaned up the body, and I bet it's whoever the eighth man is.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
What'd you use to knock him out?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from a Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that is the trick to lying. People like to put way too many... That's the weird thing, is you'd think that if you go through some bullshit that you're going to have, like, all of the facts. But, you know, if you've ever had anything bad happen to you, you know that, like, I don't know, you can't really think about what's going on while it's going on. You're just reacting and making sure you survive. Like, so having too many details is actually more suspicious than not having enough details.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Okay. I wonder how I get back to this. Hmm. 58% chance. This is a red check and cannot be retried.
Like what, Copper? How many people have you sent?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachon under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is. Like, people think, oh, solitary is going to be fine. It's nice and safe. It's not. You lose track of time. You lose track of space. You don't know how long you've been in there. Like, it is against, I believe it's against the Geneva Convention to put someone in solitary for extended periods of time. And most prisons in the United States do it.
Solitary confinement, and at a young age, nonetheless.
The mind is not meant to have literally nothing to interact with. And solitaire is really bad for your brain.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
Yeah.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem.
Why? 'Cause he was. So am I. Now, how about you?
No,
get
which
the
one was
fuck
it?
Out of my town.
You
When?
don't have...
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Known him? Yeah.
Quiet.
By the pines.
How do I get back to that red
Why
check?
don't
What
you-
was that
That's
under?
enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer.
Let me see if I can
your
scroll
interview
back
is
up to
drawing
it.
an end. Don't waste your last questions.
I think I'm probably at the limit. Was it no remorse? Was it? Might have been. Let's try that.
How many people have you sent?
Chaise électrique.
Or send them to Reunion to rot.
No.
For 20 years. Oh, so you are just...
He's clearly been.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
So it wouldn't be that. Who called the shots? When? I think I did how. When?
You don't have...
I know, Lizzie. Why not? Yap my ear off. I got nothing to hide.
Why?
Why? I am.
What kind of...
The kind that shook.
Alive.
This one has it
I can't prove it. But I know. Wrong?
from Rick. He regrets him.
To kill us all.
Yeah.
He grabbed someone.
Yeah. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?
Thank you.
Then he gets knocked on the head with a...
No.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
All right. When, why, how, bullet. Who called the shots?
You don't have to...
I know, Lizzie.
Known? Yeah.
Quiet.
By the pines.
Okay,
No.
we've already done all of these.
Why don't you ask her about...
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
We hang...
Didn't they?
The autopsy showed.
Yeah.
Was it how?
That's right.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first.
Okay, I made them very
Then
uncomfortable.
See if it all adds up.
Cool. All right, let's go.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Like what, cop?
Why don't I just arrest you?
Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Okay, so he's like, back off. Fuck, man, really? I'm gonna get my ass handed to me if I try and push this, aren't I? I mean, yeah, he's as close to my side as possible. If I get my ass handed to me, we have to do this whole thing again. And he's not even the right guy. I think it's whoever the 8th person was. I'm going to go with Kim's influence on this.
Wise move.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us.
Weak when you first met?
Ah. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy?
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Look.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit.
The reason they don't want to tell me who got raped is because she's the one who killed him. And then they all strung him up in order to... God. Like, that adds up. That's a bit of a stretch, but I think it adds up.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Let's leave. So who is it? I mean, she's the only girl that I know around here. Kim, what do you think? Monica's titties are so big. Good talk.
What do you want to know? Good.
Okay. That's what it said on screen. Monica's got big titties. Which is, you know, world building. We know a little bit more about this world. There's some, like, Sambo style where you do, like, a stealthy, cool takedown technique. And then Monica has big titties. You know? We just know things now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42.
You're so French it hurts.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
Okay.
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Okay.
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Okay.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
It would be good to know.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
All right. All right. Prove your authority to him. I think that requires a gun. Okay. Joyce's info on the lynching. Find the murder weapon. What do I need? Who's Sylvia again? You have a key. The door is behind the greenhouse in a yard in the basement door. Or should we probably should do this? Oh, that woman.
Just a second. Sylvie yes. Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
You hear?
Anything else I can help you with? 57?
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Okay. Well, right, her. Okay, let's see. So, behind the greenhouse. Kuno, why are you just sitting in the rain, my dude? Kuno's little shit show. I could talk to Kuno more, but I feel like that just sucks. Because Kuno don't fucking care. Or does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't care. Kuno's life revolves around staying in that one spot. Did I transport the body from the fridge? No, the body's still in the fridge. How do I get there? It doesn't look like I can. Not from here, anyway. Loading screens, man. That's a chunker of a game. Have you guys heard about the new Hotel Transylvania? While we're wandering around. Apparently a lot of people had the hots for the Invisible Man. And they actually showed what the Invisible Man looks like. And now a whole bunch of people are really fucking upset. Like, we should do a Sonic and have them remake the whole fucking movie and make him hot now. Because he's like, not. You guys winning?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking.
He just looks like some guy.
You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish.
What the
Men
fuck?
like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This must be the age-old game of petanque. Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already. Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
I mean, I could know the game is... I mean, yeah.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud. And my specially abled partner here is Gaston Martin. How can we help you? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
Most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Okay.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
So again, you don't know anything?
I knew I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
You sound like you're shit at your job.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Tis true, sire.
Union
I love his speaking pattern.
during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Okay.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Understood.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately,
Ah.
I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So who is working
No
your
one.
shift?
The boss has been unmanned since last Monday.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Right.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman.
Oh.
Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly the current.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage
That's kinda
any
nice.
ill-minded individuals.
I see.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting dirt reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool, actually, but I don't want to be like, I love it. You're an old man who's useless to society. It's really good that someone gave you a job, even though you don't need it. There's no reason for you to be getting money. You're basically human filth. Like, I don't really want to go that line. Well, I feel like I'll sound like an asshole for saying this. $5 for HoboCop, 3 for... I mean, 3 is alright.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic?
Yeah.
Yes. Like I said...
You seem to be playing a crater.
The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Yes, was left by heavy artillery fire.
Crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was there
Because
artillery?
that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership,
Uh-huh.
and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Only two of those things are the same?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners. who
Commies
brought
and
them to
communists are the
East.
same thing.
They fought
Socialists are
valiantly, too valiantly.
similar, and
So
anarchists have
valiantly we
nothing
got
to do with
licked.
either. Not to get into political theory.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
I understand. I'd bomb this place too. What a shit thing to say.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Wait, what? So commies were bombing commies?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back RevScarecrow. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in RevScarecrow during Operation Deathblow in 08.
Am I missing something?
The other
Or is he
were up in
insane?
Calamaris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and
I
cleansed the
actually
rabid
don't
dogs.
care anymore, and I just want to leave.
Blood ground. You got old Rene going there. Like he isn't.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach. Knows it was
He's a royalist?
necessary.
Yeah.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez, the king of the monument.
So he's like, it's good
the
that they
Union
came in and
Socialists are
invaded. I
practically
thought he was
running the
mad
place.
about it.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, RevScarecrow,
I see.
whoever you want to blame.
For some reason, I
Never
thought he'd be
finished
on the
the
side
job.
of the people who, like, lived here,
Officially,
but...
the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding them.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry, I stopped paying attention. I just want to leave this conversation. It's fucking useless. Commies don't understand how money works. The coalition seems quite capable. Foreign powers have cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. He 100% supported law enforcement. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I forget who the coalition is. I hate pretty much all these other ones. When he says hard working class, he means like Jeff Bezos, doesn't he? Like he doesn't actually mean working class. Coalition is liberals. Sure.
They are not. And I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
Did you need to drink piss?
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through RevScarecrow, or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. This is just what the commies wanted. The suzerain is the king.
Soon, they will forget.
This is a tremendous waste of my time.
You are still in Daddy's.
Anyway, bye.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal.
Oh,
reasonable,
don't you dare.
temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
I'm a real radical.
Of course, a radical centrist. In these bright
don't
and
call
loud
me that.
times where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out, sober thinking is a radical act.
I just didn't want to. I just don't fucking understand what.
It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. That's a pity. Real democracy was just around.
Fuck off. Look at this centrist. Chat, stop bullying me. You guys are mean. You're being mean to me. I'm gonna tell my wife that you're being mean. Calling me a centrist. No, stop. Also, I finally found this fucking place. I'm telling. Uh-huh. So I need to unlock a door. This door? There's a dick. Wait, hold up. There's a dick drawn on this door. You see it? The text needs. There's a dick right there. That is true graffiti. Streaming this game is an interesting experience.
The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air.
I would say I'm not a centrist.
Like
Just
a lion's head.
as an aside, I think my past is sort of proof of that. But I also realize that I'm trying to gain information and I don't want to just say things that pisses people off because I want to, get them to, say things.
You knock silently.
I guess no one is in.
You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, the sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, as you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving.
That's a save spot. Oh, I know you're just ribbing me. But I'm still gonna tell. Sometimes you can get people to talk. I'm playing a centrist. I just realized that there's certain times that bringing up political shit doesn't work, Like, I have family members that we do not agree at all on stuff. Fantasy. Wait, is this the guy who owns that shop? I wonder if he does.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Don't bow before the flag. I was like, what is this one about?
It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Dunked on. So he's a D&D nerd who's like extremely right-wing. It's disconcerting. This is this universe equivalent of a Confederate flag. I was like, why is it letting me bow in front of it? That's probably not good. Oh. Nice. I got things. Hey.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have...
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Okay.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish...
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Okay.
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Muscular.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
Is being gay illegal? Can I be the kind of cop that doesn't give a shit?
It was my Sunday friend.
Oh. Do you have other friends?
A Sunday friend. How intriguing. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
No, it's not.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Hey, what if you stay?
Time to bring
Fuck!
out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side.
Do you want me to cry?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go. Good luck with the investigation.
Well,
he's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular
yeah, that's a
type
good point.
who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can...
Okay, well, let's go talk to, what's his fuck? Also, fuck you. Standing right behind you.
She continues to be. This kid is way. Her knuckles have turned white, holding on to that fence.
Oh, okay. This is a really well-made game. I was just looking at the art, and I'm like, that's pretty. You know? It's real painterly. The voice actor does the music, too? Oh, crazy. Good game. Gets chat to bully me, but it's a good game. The random chance thing's a little frustrating, but if you really were bent out of shape about it, you could just, you know, reload until it worked. It's 3D renders overlaid to hand painted backgrounds. That sounds right. All games get us to bully you. Yeah, but in different ways, you know? Kim's voice actor is a musician, but didn't do the music for the game. Okay. I need to have money for tonight, don't I? Like, that's gonna suck. It's a little muddier than Transistor. Transistor's got more, neon going on. This one's got a much duller palette. Okay, we did your fucking job, my dude. I mean, Everett he's good to people, but he's a crook. You know? Like, he's definitely dirty.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
I assume that he's got eyes everywhere, so I have to be honest with him if it's a spot where he could possibly know.
Now let's get down to brass tacks.
I want him
It's
to
time for
fucking
men like
answer
me
my
and you
questions.
To figure out who's killed who and why. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire? I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant? Go on.
Now,
I don't think that's a
personally
literal
witnessed
thing.
the brutalities
I've never
out
heard
there.
that saying before.
I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
They move the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
What?
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
I mean, the guy they got seemed like an idiot.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood
Grit.
does. Push us hard enough
love
and
that.
we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Are those the Hardy Boys?
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
We're comparing them to cops, so, you know.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
I'm pretty sure he didn't say that.
He probably worded it differently.
Yeah, he
that
did.
Was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
Okay, with him, I don't want to give up more information than I have to. He knows everything. I assume that he's going to know anything that I know before I know it. He knows where my badge and gun are, for example.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and RevScarecrow in mind.
Yeah, well, there are 8 people involved in it, but there's only 7 Hardy Boys. As far as they're telling us, the 8th Hardy Boy is not actually a boy. It's a girl and is likely the person who got raped by the guy that got killed. So there we go.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Yeah.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Yeah, I mean, the random is kind of bad. It's annoying, but...
Sock it to me. So they shot him.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
Right.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen.
2 little policemen. Diminutive. He's trying to put me down.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that like what you've been like, oh, good socialist democratic? Is that what he's been calling himself?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my...
You can now go and tell Titus about this.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Ah, you are such a piece of shit. I fucking hate you. Like, he's like... I mean, I took money from that one girl, but I had to. $5 is not too much.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote.
Good boy. A real team player. Was it a... I don't know what happened. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of RevScarecrow. Like, RevScarecrow, like, have you noticed is kind of a fucking shithole? Like... You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. I'll tell you how to start a small business with 10 easy steps. I'm your friend who flunked out of high school, but hey, hit me up on Facebook because I know exactly how to start a business and I can help you with that. I've started a YouTube channel where you can learn all these fancy tips on how to improve your life. Working for other people? No. You work for yourself. Working at Favor. Money engineer. Get that grind. Lamborghini. 14 cars.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is, company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in the Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
It will be righteous. He means that and it will be cool. Okay.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
What will happen to the current
They're
occupants?
just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
I see.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless? Because that sounds like what's going to happen.
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth center there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbor.
He means it.
Where is this place?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff.
What?
There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What the fuck was that? I almost liked this guy a minute ago. Listen, like, I think he believes a lot of the stuff that he's saying, but he's also a fucking scumbag. Like, you need to, like, juggle these 2 ideas in your head. Like, honestly, like, if you did any sort of activism, you will find this fucker. And that's why I hate him. You will find this fucker anywhere you go. And it's like, oh my god damn it. Alright. What do you think, Kim?
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well,
he's
I'm
mafioso.
gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's more dangerous to your health than Measurehead. Measurehead is a more clear and immediate danger. This guy is more insidious.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I believe he has my gun and my badge.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022.
Yeah, this level of corruption is like less.
Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Like, unions aren't as bad as people make them out to be. I mean, consider who's telling you that the union is bad, you know? That's kind of the issue with it. Can we talk about my lost guy?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing bright by all means, Harry. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Team Harry. Team this guy. If you're Team Harry, like, Kim is a well put together individual. You know, I'm Team Kim, and I'm Harry. He's a little weasel, yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Reading between the lines, he actually means exactly the opposite of all that.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
We're pals. Just pals.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time.
I can't be offensive to short people. I have short employees. God, it is that, isn't it? I love short people. Short people are my friends. You know what I realized? I had a dream last night. Contents don't matter. What does matter is that people I know were in it, right? And the people that were in it were all the correct height. They were like below eye level. But I realized after that dream that if someone is made up for just the purpose of the dream, they're always eye height with me. like they're eye level with me.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself
It's really bizarre.
have nothing to hide. Your business is your business.
See if
and
that
I
happens to
respect
y'all
your
too.
privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything.
Kuno don't care.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
I look like an asshole. Can look like a cop. I can get more brutal. All of these stats look bad.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Let's get out of here where he doesn't see me doing this. What am I? So what am I? I forget how to check that. Yeah, there you. Wait. Where is it? I don't see THC. Journal. Ah, here we go. I'm a sorry cop and a boring cop. And a commie. And a moralist commie. What does moralist mean in this? I'm a good cop, I think. With 0 honor. Hey, Limes, thank you for the raid. You doing Subnautica as well? How's Subnautica treating you?
Documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise.
One last stream before you finish it up. I made my base on the lily pads. I'm having some issues with, like, it took me up until the second stream of it to find the building tool. And I straight up had to ask chat where it was. I could not find it.
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months.
Limes is brave and not scared. That sounds right.
Occupants to get tired of living.
Thank you, Luigi guy.
After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
I should have seen it. Everard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Everard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Wow. All right,
it's going
later,
to be
Limes.
awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Okay.
front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism, they represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
What? Since when is that a thing?
Because Friso was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
In this world, okay.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Boring as fuck.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections.
Communard sounds like a slur.
Development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism.
Okay.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going a la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Are you trying to convince me to give you money? Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
I think this is a commie mag.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Guys, I think this might be some commie shit. He's not talking. Why? They decided to title this one section in Walder is Beyond You.
It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
What do commies think about racing?
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
I don't care!
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically. Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines, Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Why?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing
it's
others
NASCAR,
around the
yeah.
track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Frita.
But then you get to see them
And
crash.
that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
I mean, that is true. If you put NASCAR to have like a speed limit, if you're like the speed limit is 20 miles an hour, but you do like a quarter the number of laps, like, so you basically spend as much time doing it. It'd be a lot safer, but it'd be really fucking boring.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Oh. I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
I honestly think that NASCAR is kind of boring. I've never been able to enjoy it.
Is right. Deep down, you know the only true stakes are life and glory, or death by fiery dismemberment.
I guess I never really thought about
That's
it that
because
much.
You haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Yes. Other people doing analysis and shoving it in my mouth is exactly what I wanted. Did you know that it's actually a ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
I wonder what else is a metaphor for life under
I'm
capitalism.
sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor.
Oh, Kim,
much
please.
less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
I think we're done with this. This is a tremendous waste of time. Unfortunately, this does not make me enough of a commie for the guy to like me. You want to know how commies and capitalists are the same? Neither one's read Marx. That's a joke. Bad joke? No, that fucking tracks hard. Give us some capitalist humor. Amazon is a good company. Does that work? I don't think that one doesn't land as well.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Kim, look.
Wait. There? Those are old.
Oh, okay
We
then.
should focus on present crime.
Rev can do a capitalist joke, but first you have to donate. Jesus. What is that? Someone like paint over a good graffiti?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Huh.
You have no clue. So many walls all over Martinez. A sturdy metal door. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Oh, okay.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am. Now go.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
I'm Martin's smoking friend. Or his Tuesday friend.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will. Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever. Obviously, look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
I do love the art in this. It's really cool.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
But the sweeping on the other side has stopped.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
I don't have my badge.
Carrot to the stick. So
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Yay! Hey, you. Guess what? I'm not a cop. I'm gonna do meth in your fucking hallway.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead then. What?
she's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others. Oh, no. Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder.
Talk?
What was so funny about
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who can... If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Okay.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
I see.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Okay, bye then. I like the drawings. Someone's drawing a 5-pointed star on the wall.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Vinesauce and the communards during the revolution.
Excuse me.
Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure, to symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Okay.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Okay, why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it invoke in me?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless.
I see. Sorry. Nose is killing me. All the rain's making the mold grow. It's gross. Well, now the game's thinking that I'm cool. I do want to check something. So, it's interesting that it's communist, fascist, ultra liberal, or moralist. What does it define ultra liberal as in this game? Anarchist? Neoliberal? Capitalist? Okay. Capitalists. Okay. Free market libertarians. So you can be a communist, a fascist, libertarian, or a centrist. I don't agree with any of that. What the fuck? It's a shitty political compass right there you got. You're a centrist then. I hate that. I hate that a lot. That's not me. How do I get upstairs?
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees.
I don't feel like this is useful. Okay, well, good. Nice. Your character will be very enthusiastic and radical about politics no matter what. You just have to choose one of those social paradigms to be radical about. But those aren't the only social paradigms.
You hear someone walking around.
No, I'm looking for 28, right? I have to go upstairs
This
somehow.
door has been closed with.
In game, there is no nuance. Okay, fair enough. How do I go upstairs? Completing it. Oh, wait, hold up. Exit. Completing a thought makes you gain a buff. I believe that's right. These are the popular paradigms in the game. I see. Okay, so I've gotten out the front door. Left door of exit. I would assume you mean where I started? Oh, no. Here's balcony. I should be working on a thought right now. Yeah, I'm working on the 5th Indo tribe, whatever that is. I think, as weird as it may be, I think this may be where I want to stop for now. I want to go and see the wife some. I didn't get to see her really yesterday because I streamed kind of late, and just want to do that. Especially because she came home early. It's like, yeah, wife time, you know? Check and see if there's any art. I'll check that real quick, and if there's anything new. There's one new art, and it's of Kim, and it's by Tud Toad. I'll load it up as soon as OBS is cool with me doing so. There we go. This is from Tud Toad. It's of the good boy. The only, like, guy with a fucking head on his shoulders. Like, I don't agree with him with everything that he does, but I mean, like, you know, I'm on Team Kim. Kim knows what the fuck is up. What the fuck does Kuno care? Anyway, that's where I'm going to call it for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys tomorrow with something or other. All right. Brrr.